Okay, I'm recording.
Okay.
Okay. So we already did the first page. For those people watching at home, 6th period made me do this. You can blame Tiffany and Nick and Caleb and Michaela and McCaden and McCoy.
I literally just suggested it.
Anyway, so we went ahead and did this first problem. We came up with our slope and our y-intercept. We filled in the increments and we graphed this. So I'm going to zoom out so you can see it all at once. Pause your screen, fill it in, and now we're going to move on to the next page.
Copy.
Is that good?
Copy.
Okay. All right. Second example, we have a Groupon. You guys know what Groupons are?
Kind of.
It's like a group coupon.
No.
So like you have an app and you go in and you look for things you want to do, and like they offer discounts for like groups as opposed to just like one person. Anyway, okay. So we have a Groupon, so we're getting a discount. So we have our X's and our Y's. Go ahead and label those. Remember, hour skiing is our x-axis, total cost is our y-axis. So we're going to create an equation based on our ordered pairs. So the first thing we need is our slope. So what is our constant rate of change for our y's? Plus 4. So we have, because then we have plus 1 for our x's. So we have 4x. And then who remembers how to find the y-intercept from a table?
You have to go in
We have to find
the
it where it's 0.
Or x is 0, right? So this is going to be my y-intercept, so 4x plus 4. So then my slope is going to be 4, or 4 over 1. And my y-intercept, Hunter? 0, 4. Awesome. Now I'm going to get my green colored pencil, and I'm going to go back to the graph, and I'm going to graph this equation. So this time, I start at 4, because remember it's only $4 to go now because I had a Groupon. And it's $4 per hour, so I'm only going to go up one line, but I still have to go over the 2 because these are in half-hour increments. So up $4 per hour, up $4 per hour, up $4 per hour. And then I can connect these. And now we're going to answer some questions about comparing these two lines on the graph. Well, we did the second one, right? Now we're just going to, yeah, it's really close. There's not a whole lot of difference. Okay, so we're going to answer these questions. The y-intercept of the green line is below, above, or the same as?
Below.
Who can tell me why it's below?
It starts at a lower point and doesn't go up to that age.
Okay, but what is that y-intercept representing?
When it crosses the y-axis.
The repeating. No?
The one-time
Fee.
admission fee, right?
And
So
I
this is
thought
below
repeating
because,
You said the repeating fee always goes first.
right, but we're talking about the y-intercept right now.
Okay.
But you're right, in the equation, the slope does come first. The one-time admission fee is less. Right? Let's compare the slope of the blue line to the green line. So is the blue line steeper, less steep than, or the same as?
Less steep
Steeper.
than.
So let's look at the blue line compared to the green line. Which one is the blue line steeper, less steep, or the same?
Steeper.
It is steeper. So I think you knew what you were saying there, Nick, but you were thinking green to blue.
Yeah.
Yep. So you just got to pay attention to what the colors are in the question. And why is that steeper?
The repeating variable is different.
Because the repeating equipment fee is more expensive. This isn't so bad.
You always say that.
Because it's not. You guys always like, oh my gosh, like third period, they were really distraught about the size of this. They compared it to the size of a dictionary. They were very dramatic.
It's like
that
4
should-
pages.
That's about right.
I hear you, Landon. I do.
I know, but they're just saying that because the test is always the same. The test is gonna be
But that's okay.
We have
Because-
that's study.
You guys are going to do great. All right. During the week, which is not the weekend, just in case you needed me to clarify, the ski lodge charges a different amount for skiing. The linear equation is 4x. The linear equation y equals 4x models the cost of skiing. Okay, so what's my slope? 4.
4 over 1.
What's my y-intercept?
0.
0, right? Which means, how much is it to get in?
3.
$0. There's no admission fee. So that's what's different here. Because there's nothing, a one-time fee by itself, no plus something, then it's free to go in. This is why we need the red color pencil. And to be clear, there's no such thing as going to a ski place for free. This is just, that's not realistic. Okay, so my y-intercept is 0.
Wait, yes there is.
No, I was talking. I grabbed it like.
And then it's still going to be $4, so I go up 4 over the 2 places to show 1 hour. Up 4 over 2, up 4 over 2. What do you notice?
It's parallel to
Parallel to
the,
green.
Guys,
I don't know what color it is.
can't get anything past you. I know mine doesn't look perfectly parallel, but it should be.
If you would have went one more.
It would have been. Maybe. Okay, let's answer some questions about comparing the green and the red. The y-intercept of the red line is above, below, or the same as the green line?
Below.
It is below. Why?
There's no one-time fee.
Because there's no one-time fee. Excellent. How about the slope?
Steeper than-
It's the same.
It's supposed to be the same. Remember, it doesn't look that way on my graph, but it's actually the same. Right. And this is because,
Oh, shit, I was thinking the blue line.
gotcha, it costs the same to rent the equipment. And we can write same
I keep
slope.
spelling equipment wrong. Come on.
How are we feeling about comparing slopes and y-intercepts?
Easy.
Easy? Okay, now let's move on to determining if we have linear or nonlinear situations. So based on graphs, we're going to say, is A linear or nonlinear? Y. B, and then C. So is A linear or nonlinear?
Non-linear.
Very clearly nonlinear. Who can tell me in your own words why it's nonlinear? Landon.
Because it's not straight.
Because it's not a straight line. Perfect. Easy as that.
It's slope is not constant.
It's not a constant rate of change. So on the quiz, you only have to give me one reason, okay? It can't just be because. That's not, no.
You forgot the E in change.
Oh, thank you. You can't just say because,
Just say.
Or,
because, I don't think-
you know, you can't do that, okay? All right, how about B, linear or nonlinear?
Have people done that? That's,
Yes,
People have,
It's a
Really?
straight line.
people have done that?
of course
Just
they
like-
have.
Just because?
they just probably don't care.
Yep. I've been at this a long time, Tiffany. People try crazy things on their quizzes.
Wait, no, I'm saying like in this school.
No, not this year.
Oh, okay.
Straight line, constant rate of change. What if it was like a zigzag? Is that linear or nonlinear?
It depends if the line is straight.
So if
Or
it's
it depends if it's going, but if it's like
The
the
slope
same.
is not
as
constant.
so if as soon as it breaks that constant straight thing, it's no longer linear.
Yeah, because the slope is not
Right?
constant.
Because our
anymore.
if we've had a table of values, we wouldn't have a constant change between the x's between each y.
Wait, so if it was zigzag, it would be linear?
It would be nonlinear.
That's what I said.
Yeah, I was just talking to McCoy because he was asking about the other options. You were right. Yeah. Okay, how about C, linear or nonlinear?
Non-linear.
What? A horizontal line?
It's linear.
That's linear.
But,
It's
I
literally
mean,
a straight
It's a
line.
straight line.
It's rate
Whatever.
of change, even though it's
what is
zero, it's
not
still constant.
I mean, we
Even though
wouldn't-
it's got
we
a
wouldn't
rate
say
of
there's a
change of
constant,
zero,
but
still constant.
it's very clearly yes. Like adding 0 is still the same for all of it. So it's still a constant.
Change of 0 over
yeah.
1 is the
Consistent.
change
That would
in
be consistent. Okay. Equations. You guys should be really good at this right now.
I hate equations.
A, linear or nonlinear?
nonlinear.
How do you know, McCoy?
The exponent.
Exponent. Super sad face.
Super easy.
B,
Nonlinear.
nonlinear.
Still an exponent.
Exponent. Getting in the
I
way.
literally wrote still an exponent.
Still an exponent. And C,
Linear.
linear. Because
It's a normal equation.
it's in slope-intercept form. So we have that y equals mx plus b.
Do we have to say it's in slope and intercept form?
Quite a same line.
Well, how would you explain it?
I don't know if you just said that
It's a normal
it was
equation
in
without
like
it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take it. But that normal equation is called slope-intercept form.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, last page. We are just cruising right along, guys.
What are we doing after this?
I mean, we have options. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. All right, so look at A. Find the rates of changes for the x's and the y's. What are the rates of change for my x's?
Plus
Mhm.
then plus 4.
Okay. So would this be linear?
Yeah.
Sure would. Constant rates of change.
Ooh.
How about B? We've got +1 for our x's and -1 for our y's. Linear. Does it matter that one of them is adding and one of them is subtracting?
No.
No, because we still have a slope, right? Our slope would just be -1 over 1.
It would just go down.
I already know this one's non-linear.
How do you know?
Because the other two are linear.
I mean, I've been known to be like, here's a quiz with all true answers.
I know, but
You literally did it before.
You're correct. The y's are not
I
constant.
literally wrote down that x's change was +1 and then y's change was a mess.
It is kind of a hot mess. So we have like +5, +1, plus 1, minus 5.
Why would you be accepted if I wrote down A minus?
Okay. So
We're done.
not a constant rate of change.
What are we doing tomorrow?
Well, tomorrow is prepare for your quiz day, but I'm still not sure if we're taking the quiz or not. So let me go ahead and